Welcome back, YouTubers, to another highly anticipated episode with Reloading from the Hot Pot. I'm going to do a little tabletop review today of a personal pistol of mine. That is a Smith & Wesson SD9VE. This Smith & Wesson SD9VE is a direct evolution of the Smith & Wesson Sigma designs. Well, the Sigma pistol was not very well received to the general public. There was a lot of complaints about the trigger and about the reliability of it. So Smith & Wesson kind of went back to the drawing board and come out with the SD9VE series, or the SDVE series. This pistol is offered in 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson. It does come in several different color options. When I purchased this pistol, it only came in the black with the stainless slide. Now, over the past few years, they have adopted a flat dark earth and a gray frame with a black slide, which is very nice. So after having this for a few years now and shooting thousands of rounds out of it, this has been a very reliable, very handy, very nice ergonomic pistol. I do carry this on occasion. I do use it for a bedside gun. I normally have a light here on the Picatinny rail, but I've taken that off for this tabletop review. The size of the pistol is a compact 9mm. Fits in the hand very nicely. It's got a very nice beaver tail here, or in the back strap, where you can get web your hand up into here. Very, very nice. Very good shooter. Very good shooter. The size of it, I mean, I've got large hands and my hand can just about cover the whole pistol. Look at that. Only got a little bitty tip sticking out. So it's a very nice compact size. It does hold 16+1 in the magazine. Smith & Wesson does provide you with 2 stainless steel magazines with this, and extra magazines are only run about $20 a piece for this series. So you can get 16+1 in there. Very, very nice. Very nice carry pistol. Lightweight. I don't even notice it's on me most of the day. The frame itself is a black polymer plastic. As you can see in this video here, that I did stipple this. Now, after I had gotten this pistol, I was just learning how to stipple frames. So I used this as one of my experiments because I thought, well, it's a cheap pistol. Well, I'll tell you what, after having it for so many years now and shooting so many rounds through it, it's only a value pistol. It's definitely not a cheap pistol because it has held up very, very well. We've got an excellent frame to slide finish there. Look at that. Hardly any movement at all. In the rear, very, very nice. Very nice frame to slide fitment. Very nice. This is not an ambidextrous pistol, so you left-handed shooters will be left out unless you've learned to shoot and adjust to a right-handed pistol. It only has the slide stop release on one side and the magazine release on one side. Now the magazine release is nothing to get ecstatic about. It does spit them out. When you turn it upside down, it does not release them. It doesn't extract them. It just releases them. It just pops. You just get a little pop out of there. So it doesn't really kick the magazine out. But this has also had quite a few magazines ran through it. But it does release nicely, especially when I'm doing any tactical drills and I drop the magazine. It hits the ground every time. I've never had it stick in there. It's got a very, very, very nice smooth intake. As you can see, the magazine well is slightly flared, which does aid in insertion of speed insertion of the magazine itself. Very nice. The slide, like I said, is made of stainless steel. Got a very nice finish to it. You know, as many times as I've holstered this, I'm really not seeing any wear on this. Got a really nice beefy extractor there. Look at that. That nice. Matching stainless steel slide and barrel. Does have a sight window to see if there's any brass in there, see if it is loaded. When it is loaded, the extractor does pop out a little bit, so you can tactical feel it right there, or you can look. Or if you do press checks, you can press check it with front slide serrations. The slide serrations are quite big. I imagine this had to do with the value of it, you know, getting faster, getting it through the machines faster. But on the other hand, it does allow for very, very nice gripping. I'm not gripping that slide hardly at all, and it pulls it right back. Let's take that magazine out of there. Let's see. What else can we talk about with this gun? I've seen so many reviews on this lately. There's so many popping up on my news feed. I just thought I would get mine out and do a tabletop because I have had mine for a few years and shot few 4,000-5,000 rounds through it. I really don't know. You know, I don't keep much track of how many rounds I put through my guns. I just shoot them, which is what we should do. So I'm not a big round counter kind of guy. Let's see. The sights are made of steel. They are dovetailed in, so they are changeable. I did purchase some fluorescent green paint and some signal red paint and paint the sights there. It's got a very nice sight picture. This gun is very, very accurate. There are quite a few aftermarket parts for this. I put an Apex spring and trigger kit in it, and did improve the trigger feel quite a bit. Now the striker spring, I put the Apex spring in, and I did get a few light primer strikes. So I went back and I put the stock striker spring back in it, and I have not had a light primer strike since. I don't know if this is something to do with the weight of the spring that they recommend for this, or what it is, but other than that, I'm very pleased with the Apex kit. Now the trigger itself, I said, is the Apex trigger. I'm going to rack that up. We're going to pull that trigger back. Bang. Then the release on it, the release is a little weird. Doesn't come out till right there. But when you pull the trigger, you'll hit your little dinget there, your little safety dinget, push it back, feel a wall, snap, goes off. Now this trigger is nothing like my Canik trigger. My Canik trigger is amazing. My TP9 SFX is wonderful. My CZ trigger is wonderful. But those guns also cost double what this gun does. So you're getting what you pay for, but you're also getting something better than what you're paying for, because this is a Smith & Wesson. This is high quality manufactured. This is a very, very nice gun. I would highly recommend any new shooters, experienced shooters. This is a great gun to purchase. Now the takedown of it, I did purchase the extended takedown tabs for this because the stock ones were almost flush. It was very hard to get down. So I believe I got that from Galloway. It's either Galloway or Apex that I got that from. I'm really not sure now because it's been so long. But the gun is clear. You pull the trigger, back a little bit, pull your takedown tabs, release the slide. Slide does come with a polymer guide rod, single capture flat wound recoil spring. Stainless steel barrel, very nice made. Very standard. Got a little bit of dirt on there. I did have it out the range last week or so, was shooting it. And I don't clean it every time I shoot it. I like to see things wear in a little bit. Very nice barrel. Very good rifling. Yeah, it is a little bit dirty, but like I said, that's okay. If you can't shoot a gun when it's dirty, what good is it? Very nice machining on the inside of that slide. You can see where I polished this here. I polished this ramp. Standard safety plunger. standard striker. Very, very easy to disassemble. Very easy to disassemble. And you pull the striker back, take the back plate off, striker pin comes out. Pretty standard on them. Very, very nice. Very nice beefy ejector. Look how beefy that ejector is. That's a really nice ejector on there. So put this back together now. Goes back together just like all the other striker fired pistols out there. Here, let's look at this for a minute. It's got some really nice front rails. Got some really nice rear rails. Nice beefy injector there. Looks very similar to other striker fired guns, naturally. A little bit of a different design, but you know, each manufacturer does have its own little ways of doing things. Puts that slide back on. Ready to go. Very nice, very smooth. You can hear it rolling back and forth, but it's very smooth, very smooth. Like I said, the add-ons I did to mine was the Apex trigger and spring kit, the extended takedown tab, and I did paint my sights. My overall impression of this gun, if you haven't got by now, is very good. Is very good. I'm very impressed with it. For the money, for the reliability of it, for the ease of service, with the line of aftermarket parts that Galloway and Apex has, as well as NDZ. They do offer some other parts for this with springs and stainless steel guide rods. You know, there's a very, very, very good reception on this pistol, you know, especially with the aftermarket products. I have here, this is one of my holsters I do on a daily carry. You know, I don't spend a lot of money on holsters. I wish I knew who made this one though. There is no name on it. It is just a generic holster, but this holster is for an M&P. And this Smith & Wesson SD9VE fits into it very well. I have not done anything as far as the adjustments on it. I just picked it up and put that in there. This holster also works, believe it or not, on my CZ P10C. This morning I had it out and I was like, I just wonder if that'll fit in there. I popped it in and it held it just fine. Nice retention on it. You know, I don't buy a holster for each specific firearm I have because there's just so many holsters and so many firearms. So I try to find one that will suit many. I've got an Alien Gear cloak slide and cloak inner waistband that and if I use a Canik TP9 series shell on it, I can carry my SD9, I can carry my CZ P10, I can carry my Canik. Well, it's for a Canik, so naturally I can carry my Canik. But it's just amazing how close the manufacturers are really getting these days, and on how well things do fit in them. You know, I understand this is a Smith & Wesson holster and it's a Smith & Wesson gun, but a lot of manufacturers don't do that. You know, if you buy a CZ P07, your P10C isn't going to fit in the holster very well. So that's my impressions, YouTube. That's my impressions of the Smith & Wesson SD9VE. Soon to have me an SD40. I didn't show that there. I did do some undercutting on that trigger guard. And a little bit of cut there. Very smooth. Very nice. I can throw 10 magazines through this and not have any issues with my hands at all. No soreness, no rough spots, no knuckle buster. So YouTubers, there's my impression. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button because you just never know what you're going to see in my videos. Some reason. But what do we say after we're done? We always say, keep blowing the smoke.